This podcast is not intended to provide any investment advice. The opinions expressed here by either the hosts or guests do not necessarily reflect the views of PSA, Collectors Holdings, or any of their affiliates. Any discussion of collectible values in the past or present is not a guarantee of future performance.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the PSA Pod. Ryan Green, Jack Archer, Chris McGill here. We got another hit draft, boys.
NBA All-Star Edition. I can't wait.
This is going to be fun. I can't wait to dive into this. We're going to get into it here in just a few minutes. Of course, we got 2 weeks of build-up now for the big one. We've talked football a lot on this show recently. We're only going to do it a little bit today because you kind of got to talk about the Super Bowl matchup being set, because in the hobby, it's relevant every year, no matter who makes it. In some form, it's relevant. This year, we got the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, one of the breakout stars in the game and in the hobby this year. So I want to ask you guys, first impressions from a hobby standpoint of this matchup when it was set.
I wanted my guy Joe Burrow to be there, but I'm so excited for the Super Bowl. I'm curious what Chris thinks because he is sort of the king of stats, and I think he's got some metrics for us.
First metric I'll give you is the way that the line has been moving. The Eagles opened as a 2-point favorite. They got up to as much as a 2.5-point favorite, already down to 1.5 as of January 31st. So the line is moving rapidly. I mean, a 1-point move like that within a day is significant. Things are trending in the Chiefs' direction. Here's the stat I'll give you. Just give you this one stat. This comes from Football Outsiders' Aaron Schatz. He says that the 2022 Eagles would be the fourth team to win the Super Bowl with the easiest regular season schedule based on average DVOA of opponent. The Chiefs had the fourth easiest schedule this year. So basically we've got two teams that steamrolled weak schedules, and now they're meeting in the Super Bowl. So that tells me neither one of these teams has truly been tested by an opponent the likes of which they'll be facing in the Super Bowl, that being each other. These teams, neither one of these teams has been put to a test like the one they're going to face in the Super Bowl. I think it's going to make for a great game, especially with a line that close.
You know, what are we seeing not only over the last few months, but especially in recent weeks, days, with the markets around Mahomes and Hurts heading into the Super Bowl?
Well, look, Jalen Hurts is a bona fide hobby star, and it might not seem that way because we don't see a lot of hobby headlines revolving around him, at least not yet. But Jalen Hurts is a bona fide hobby star. His card ladder index over the last year has increased 149%. To translate that into a multiplier, if you had a $100 Jalen Hurts card a year ago, it's worth $250 roughly today. That is very impressive, especially because that growth is happening during what was a down year for most markets. So Jalen Hurts is a hobby star, and he's quietly doing it, which is pretty neat. His highest selling card of all time was sold with gold, and it was his Prism Black, which sold for $144,000. It's got to be worth even more today if this index is any indication. On the other side, it's a tale of two cities. On the other side, Patrick Mahomes, despite what's in all likelihood an MVP season, leading the NFL in total QBR, and making it to his third Super Bowl in 5 years, Patrick Mahomes' index is down 59% over the last year. And if you say, well, wait a minute, what about a smaller sample? What about the last month? It's still down 10% over the last month. So complete opposite trajectories. And one would think that eventually the Mahomes market gets a floor of support, and maybe, just maybe, there was so many expectations hoisted upon Patrick Mahomes that it's going to take a second Super Bowl. It's going to take being on that Tom Brady trajectory of one Super Bowl every 3 years on average, because that's where Brady is with 7. Maybe it's going to take that one Super Bowl every 3 years trajectory plus the 2 MVPs for Patrick Mahomes' market to turn a corner?
I have two theories on this, one obvious, one not so obvious. The obvious one is that his prices just got too high too quickly and things are normalizing now. For his Prism Silver PSA 10 to be over $8,000 for a pop 800 or so card is pretty wild. So that makes a lot of sense to me. The not so obvious thing is the infusion of incredibly collectible quarterbacks entering the NFL. Beyond Justin Herbert, beyond Joe Burrow, beyond Lamar Jackson, beyond Josh Allen, we have the emergence of Jalen Hurts, as we've mentioned, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields. There's a lot of collectible young talent, and there's only so much hobby money to go around. So when someone falls in love with someone like Trevor Lawrence and they're holding a handful of Patrick Mahomes cards, sometimes you have to move things to get into other things. So it makes a lot of sense to me. But long term, Patrick Mahomes feels like a pretty decent bet to me.
You hit on something there about his prices getting so high. And on my end, I look at it, it's almost like collectors spent so much time after Mahomes' rapid rise to the top of the hobby looking for the next Mahomes. But it's been a lot of realizing that to do things like what Patrick Mahomes has done the first 4 or 5 years of his career, it's alien like. Like not everybody can do it. There's so many things that can get in the way. Just look at what's happened to Josh Allen the last couple of years. You know, I think people got very, very transfixed on looking for the next Mahomes. Meanwhile, Mahomes just kept being Mahomes. And it might be boring, but I mean, the guy is like as sound of a player to bet on at this point still.
I'm excited for the next 2 weeks, but we're going to be overrun with Super Bowl content.
Yeah.
It's time to talk basketball.
Yeah, exactly. So again, we're going to have plenty of more football to talk next week, but we're going to take a quick break because you guys love this. We're going to talk NBA. The All-Star break is right around the corner and it's hit draft time. We know who the starters are. So we're going to dive into what Drew whipped up here. We're going to get into an NBA All-Star hit draft. We'll be right back. Hey there, guys. While we take this quick break, I did want to just drop back in to tell you a bit about our first wave of Collectors Club exclusive grading specials that we just made available until the end of February. There are 3 of them, actually. The largest amount of grading specials we've offered in a single month since reintroducing them in 2022 here at PSA. First, backed by popular demand, is our TCG and non-sports grading special, which gives you access to grade your cards at just $15 a piece. This covers everything from Pokemon to Marvel, and you can grade anything manufactured from 1980 to present day. So if you're ripping the new Pokemon Crown Zenith product or some recent Star Wars releases, this special is perfect for you. Also at $15 a card is our vintage grading special, eligible for everything produced in 1989 and earlier. We know you guys have been asking for this one for a while, and it's now here. This special is perfect for PSA Set Registry members who are building sets and competing on the platform. Got a set to grade out? This is the perfect time to start sending it in big pieces. And finally, we're introducing a Super Express grading special for the month of February as well. Our Super Express level normally costs $300 per card for grading or $390 per card for dual grading. Now, it's just $200 per card for grading, $260 per card for dual this month alone. This is great for those high-end pieces you've been sitting on from elite products such as National Treasures and Flawless, or if you've got those big low-numbered parallels, those one-of-ones you want to grade. Right now is the time to do it at Super Express and get them back quick from PSA. And once again, these specials are exclusive to our Collectors Club members. So visit psacard.com/join now to learn about the benefits of membership and to register. For full details on these grading specials themselves, visit psacard.com/specials and get those submissions ready to send in. All right, we're back. Time to dive into the Louis trunk.
Our guy Drew,
Yeah.
like you can take your faux stainless steel Flawless briefcase because our guy Drew made a leather wrapped Louis Vuitton trunk case, PSA logo slapped on it, NBA All-Star 2023 Utah logo slapped on it. This thing is luxury in its purest form.
This is going to be amazing. So there are 10 cards in this trunk that Drew curated. There's 3 of us. We're going to have a snake draft. There's going to be 9 cards picked. Each guy's going to pick 3. So there is going to be one man left standing. And it's kind of symbolic because this year's NBA All-Star game, the starters have been announced, and Captain LeBron James and Captain Giannis will be picking the teams on the spot. So someone is going to be the last guy picked, left standing at the middle of the court. I don't know how they'll do it in Utah. It's going to be a little awkward. So we figured we'd get a little awkward here too, right?
Yeah, it's schoolyard style.
Exactly.
So I hope they really, really play it up and feels genuine. Like they didn't pick it beforehand or anything at the actual All-Star game. It's going to be so much fun. But I cannot wait for this hit draft. Drew, I think it's only fair that you get the 10th card. So I hope you enjoy your Kyrie Irving Prism 2012 base or whatever it ends up being.
It's already been widely assumed that Kyrie's going to go undrafted, but Drew had some tricks up his sleeve the last time we did this. So I don't know if I want to assume that. He might have put a Kyrie banger in here with something far less appealing of a bigger name. So we're just going to see. So shall we dive in and see what's in the trunk?
Yeah, let's get after it.
All right. So card 1.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, okay. Wow.
LeBron James rookie essential credentials now numbered to 102. It's a PSA 8. Last sold on Golden for $10,800. This is like hobby legend stuff right here. This is a card and a half.
You just don't see this card often. Man. All right.
What else we got?
Next up, Chris's guy.
Mm,
We got Jokic. We got a 2020,
Nice.
2020-21 Panini Court Kings blank slate. A really beautiful case hit insert that we've talked about at length on this show. Eye appeal wise, it's hard to do better than these.
Artful. Love this one. Only pop 5.
Do you own this card, Chris, in real life?
No, I don't, but it's a great looking card.
Okay, this one's a swerve. This is a swerve. 2009 Steph Curry rookie autograph. Sounds amazing, right? Well, except for it's a dual autograph with Tyreek Evans, PSA 8. It's actually astonishing to me that an on-card Steph Curry autograph only sold for $570.
I wish I was paying attention in November of 2022 when this was at auction because someone got a steal there, I feel like.
I don't know.
Tyreek was pretty nice.
Would you want this card in your collection, though?
If I collected Steph Curry, yeah, I would. If not collecting Steph Curry, yeah, it'd be tough.
It's like a novelty, though. It's not something that you're like, let me showcase this bad boy. Let me put this on display in my office.
Yeah, you'd have to really know about Tyreek because everybody's going to ask who's that. So
See, my brother loves dual and triple and quad player cards, and this is why I shy away from them. For the exact visceral reaction that Jack and Ryan just had.
So on the flip side, Kylian Mbappe, his rookie sticker, Panini Foot rookie sticker, it's shared with another player who's like this washed up backup for the MLS team Inter Miami right now, and is like the complete opposite career trajectory of Mbappe. And that card is still worth a fortune and a half. Obviously, stickers,
True.
there's heritage and there's history to it. Very different than cards, but there is hobby proof that as long as one guy is really, really good, there's still going to be some
Yeah,
level of collector interest.
exactly.
Facts.
All right, next up, we got Luka. This is a good one. 2018 Select Rookie Signatures Neon Green. It's a horizontal. It looks like an on-card auto, correct?
Yeah, this is actually an on-card auto.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I'm a big fan of the Select Neon Greens. They're typically numbered to 49. This one's numbered to 99. And although it is a 2018, it's a rookie card, there's actually no RC badge on this, which is disappointing. But other than that, this card checks a lot of boxes.
And if you're into the whole eBay one of one thing, it's serial number 99 out of 99.
One of my
Yes.
dear hobby friends has this in a PSA 10, and it's a hell of a card in person too.
Yes, and Ryan, you're right. This would get eBay one of one treatment, but the first and the last of a run, in addition to the jersey number, have been known to command actual premiums. There's an example of a 98 platinum medallion Michael Jordan, the 99 of 99 recently sold, and it sold for quite a bit more than an otherwise random numerator over the 99. So that 99 of 99 does add a premium for some collectors.
Okay.
I wish Select was always on card. So throw in stickers sometimes.
I know.
Very all over the map. I just want consistency in my products.
This card grabbed me, so that's a good one.
That's a good one. Okay.
Next up, Jack, what do we got?
There we go. Zion Williamson,
Nice.
Mosaic Genesis PSA 10. I actually owned this card like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. It's a beautiful card. I don't love aesthetically a lot of Zion rookie cards. His optic base card, he's wearing like a wrinkled jersey, looking kind of sloppy. The dunk on the prism, just a little too up close, a little too
much armpit.
This card to me is one of his best looking rookie cards. And Mosaic is a little shaky in terms of hobby appeal, but you cannot argue the eye appeal of the Genesis parallel. And I think long term, the simple eye appeal of this is going to play out really, really well.
Yep. As someone who just recently acquired their first Genesis card, totally agree. Beautiful parallel, great photo here, great player, nice pick.
I've got some nostalgia for Genesis, by the way. I remember when this parallel was first introduced with this product. I like it.
Yeah, this one hits. Everything about this card is very 2020.
Totally.
Next up, we got Giannis. Got
Ooh.
the 2013 Prism auto, sticker auto, but 1010 grade here. This one sold December 17th, $7,800. Really nice card here.
It's not often that the sticker doesn't create an eyesore, in my opinion. In other words, it usually does. But this sticker, because of the fact that the card otherwise is mostly the same color and it's a pretty bland backdrop, the sticker with its reflective background and the hologram that's on the sticker, it's like a wash. Like it's not taking away. It's not distracting me from other parts of the presentation of the card that are supposed to be shiny or appealing. It's just I can tolerate this. I think this sticker autograph presents better than most.
I'm totally not on the same page there. I think this looks terrible. I would love to have a Giannis Prism rookie card. It's not this one. This is a hard pass for me.
So this will not be taken at picks 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It's a pretty safe bet.
Most likely not.
Okay. All right. Next up, Jack. This is your guy.
My guy, 2017 Jason Tatum on-card auto rookie card, PSA 10. But it gets tricky. This isn't a pack pulled on-card autograph rookie card. It is actually a white box 1 of 1. What does that mean, Chris?
Well, it means that it was issued as a redemption and that it was not pack issued, like you said, which makes it tricky. Like, I think that's a good word, is tricky, because it still is a 1 of 1. It's just a white box 1 of 1. So the white box stamp was affixed at a later point. This card was supposed to come in the original product. It most likely was held back as a potential replacement copy when it no longer needed to fulfill that purpose. It got repurposed as a white box 1 of 1. So it's a special card. It is a 1 of 1, but it's a white box 1 of 1. And it is from the 2017 product, but it didn't come out in a 2017 pack. Is it a rookie? Is it not? It's just tricky. I think that's the right word for it.
I will say this, aesthetically, I've
Beautiful.
always been a big fan of in-case cards. They just feel very, very simple, very sleek. Jason Tatum also doesn't have a lot of on-card rookie autos. So if you do consider this a true rookie, if you have no objection to a white box 1 of 1, this is a really, really interesting card. As a Tatum collector, I can think of about 1,000 non-1 of 1s that I'd rather have than this card.
It's a good way of putting it. Sold for $5,400. So doesn't command the same price tag as a 1 of 1, but still a lot to like about it.
Still a healthy price.
All right, next up. Now here we go to Prism, and this is one of the breakout superstars this year, Donovan Mitchell, 2017 Prism rookie signatures, PSA 10. Okay, so this is a sticker auto, 2017 Prism, sold for $270, which feels low.
We're all Prism simps
does.
here, but this is a base Prism. This is a sticker auto. I would love to have a 2017 is one of my favorite Prism designs. I think like his blue color match out of 199 Prism is a phenomenal card. This isn't the Donovan Mitchell card for me, but at $270.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me call your attention to this, though. The date of the sale was September 24th, 2022. So this is pre-71, 9, and 8, one of the top 5 greatest single-season games of all time played, Donovan Mitchell. This is pre-Cleveland breakout Donovan Mitchell. So I would be very surprised would this beautiful PSA 10 specimen only bring $270 if it came to auction today.
All right, we're moving on. Next up, we got Kyrie. It's a good pick for Kyrie.
The Team USA jersey, I like
it.
It's a fun swerve. It's on card. It's flawless. PSA 9. I mean, he's like at the bottom of the list of players that I would want to collect. But in terms of Kyrie cards, this one is pretty smooth.
You found one that stood out to me. Like I wouldn't want a Celtics era Kyrie card. Maybe a Cavs era, but Team USA is a nice twist on it.
Flawless. Nice. This is so Kyrie's getting the benefit of being from the highest end product, I think, that we've looked at. So that counts for something as well. It's a great product.
Next up, we are back to the dual rookie card.
Oh, is that Uncle Jeff?
It is. This is one that really only a Kevin Durant collector could love, probably. But this is a heck of a card. Kevin Durant and Jeff Green. 2007 Ultimate Collection Rite of Passage dual autograph rookie card. I'm going to say this. I love Kevin Durant cards where he's in the Sonics uniform. I love them.
His 2007 finest rookie card is one of my favorite design rookie cards like there possibly is in the modern NBA landscape. And I do love him in the Sonics jersey. It just feels so retro. It feels so right. But this card ain't it either. I'm sorry.
I love the dual side-by-side on card. This is a cool card. Numbered out of 25. The last sale we're showing was November 2022, early in the season. A lot of people were very down on KD at the time, especially, but sold for $400. It's an interesting one.
This make-believe Louis Vuitton style flawless box is looking a little more like a Tory Burch box or something.
One of the things that's fun about this card, it's a throwback to the 2000s when the ingenuity in coming up with insert names was at an all-time high. So this is a dual autograph card, and it's called the Rite of Passage. And they had other sets that were clever plays on words. And you had like the Topps co-signers, and there's lots of others that I can't think of right now. But that was one of the great parts of that era of cards, with the very clever insert set names. And this one, Rite of Passage, is great as well.
Oh, we know what the cards are.
Who's going number one again?
Chris,
I mean, the choice is obvious.
Yes, it is. And I love it for a number of reasons. Number one, its Essential Credentials is a throwback to the late 90s original Essential Credentials. Well, I guess really Essential Credentials started with Kobe's rookie year. And so, and that's one of the most beautiful cards from the 90s is the 96 Skybox Essential Credentials out of 499 parallel. So I love Essential Credentials. I have so much nostalgia for it. A LeBron rookie, acetate material, numbered to 102, PSA 8, which is just the sweet spot for a grade on a card that's 20 years old like that, that's going to be condition sensitive because of the acetate surface. I just love that card. This is such a no-brainer. Layup all day. Not like the layup that Tatum fouled LeBron on. This layup's going in. LeBron Essential Credentials rookie. Let's go.
Love that choice. I think out of all of LeBron rookie cards, that's one of my absolute favorites. It's just incredible. The obvious choice. All right, Ryan, what you got for number 2?
I'm taking Luka. I own no Luka cards. Listeners of this show know I'm not as hardcore into the NBA as you two are. Luka's a guy I go out of my way to watch play when he's on TV. The neon green really does pop, and I'm sure that in hand it pops even more. The way this on card auto looks is really, really nice. And I'm going to call it the sorta team color match with the terrible City Edition uniforms that the Mavs no longer wear with the neon green on them. I really like this card. This really stood out to me. Obviously, LeBron was the must number one pick. I'm taking Luka number 2.
I would love to see that on an eBay listing where it's like semi-color match to the throwback city uniforms they wore.
That were terrible. Thank God they no longer wear them. So, Jack, you got back-to-backs now. I think I know what one of them will be, but what are we taking?
I trashed this card.
Oh, stay away from the Giannis. Do not take the Giannis.
I'm taking the Giannis. I have to. And I will tell you why. I feel like Giannis cards are just so unattainable. I love Giannis. He's so likable. His book is fantastic. If you haven't read it, he is a superstar. He's an MVP winner. He's an NBA champion. He's everything. But his cards, especially his Prism cards, are just so expensive. The population is so low. They're so out of reach. So if I could have a Giannis Prism card, even if the sticker auto doesn't appeal to me, even if it's like not the Giannis Prism rookie card I want, it will just be nice to have someone who I think is going to be like a legitimate top 10, top 15 player of all time in my collection.
Damn, and you trashed it too.
I think there's a little bit of a chess move involved here too, because ideally you could move this sticker auto that you don't like into a non-auto parallel maybe of something you do like. Like, so there's some utility to this card in your collection.
Trades available.
A Giannis rookie PSA 1010. It just pops, man. I don't care if it's a Prism sticker autograph. And I am no sticker autograph fan, but I make exceptions. I was going to take that card. Nice pick.
I am leaning towards the Jason Tatum white box 1 of 1. I collect Jason Tatum, but my collection is so curated. I love my Jason Tatum collection. This would just feel really out of place in it. Mm-hmm. I really can't stand by the white box 1 of 1 format. So I'm going to go with a card that visually I think is really, really stunning. It's a card that I once owned, as I mentioned earlier. And it is a card that is just like nice to have. I feel like if Zion really does become something special and you're collecting cards during this time and you don't have at least one nice Zion rookie card, like you made a mistake. And this is a really nice one to have. I'm taking the Mosaic Genesis Zion Williams PSA 10.
Good pick.
Well, if you're going to leave it for me, I feel like I got to take that Tatum auto. I kind of have my same reservations about the white box 1 of 1. I saw one for the first time last year and I kind of learned about, why it's a little bit, looked down on in the hobby. But I'm just going to look past the 1 of 1. I didn't even notice the white box 1 of 1 on the flip when I first opened that page. I noticed the awesome photography on it, the silhouetted black and white portrait on the side, the on-card auto, the really clean look. Visually a really cool card. I can look past the white box 1 of 1. I think I especially since I'm not a Tatum collector. So I'm just going for, something that would just be fun to have. I'm going to take the Tatum.
So that takes all the big cards off the board.
Unless, your guy is out there still.
Yeah.
You got back-to-back picks.
I do have back-to-back picks. Okay, well, almost by process of elimination, I'm taking the Jokic. I love inserts. I love the inserts from the 90s much more than the ones from today, but I still love inserts. This is one of the inserts that Panini actually hit a home run on, was the blank slate. And along with Color Blast and some others, they've had a few inserts downtown that have been outstanding, and this is one of them. So give me the Jokic blank slate. The fact that it's a low pop PSA 10 is just icing on the cake. And then then I have another pick. And as a consolation prize for not getting my Giannis sticker autograph PSA 10, I'll go with the Donovan Mitchell sticker autograph PSA 10. Donovan Mitchell has been one of the 3 most impressive players I've watched in person. I saw him scorched the Mavericks for about 30 points in the first half, maybe a month or two ago. He couldn't miss. He was a really electric player to watch play, and it left an impression on me. So I'll happily take that undervalued Donovan Mitchell Prism rookie auto PSA 10.
Well, I mean, if you're going to leave me a modern day GOAT at number 8, I'm taking the Curry dual auto. I'm old enough to remember when Tyreek Evans was the number 1 high school recruit in the country in his class. He was a stud, didn't quite live up to it long-term in the NBA, but if there's guys to have associated on a dual rookie auto, I'm guessing you could do a little worse. The fact that it's a Curry rookie on-card auto, I got to take it.
2 cards left for me. The Kyrie flawless Team USA on-card auto, and then the Kevin Durant dual auto rookie card. I'm just going to say thank you to Drew for putting this together. I'm just going to leave both for him. I'm going to skip. It's like I don't have space in my collection. I already have too many slabs. I'm trying to consolidate. I appreciate everything you do, Drew. Both are for you.
You earned it. That the Kyrie is really nice, and we joked before the show it would be last, but you get a nice Kevin Durant on card auto. It's tough to beat that.
It tied for last. It's still last, though.
True. All right. Well, before we get out of here, I want to ask you guys. We got the All-Star break coming up. Big second half of the season coming. So a couple weeks from now, we're coming out of the NBA All-Star break. Who's the guy we're going to be talking about? Who's stealing the show that weekend?
Oof. Well, Kevin Durant should be coming back. Yes, Steph. Yeah. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, it's always Steph. He's just made for the All-Star game. Mm-hmm. It's so much fun to watch. I'm really excited for like trades to start happening and kind of the back half of the season push to really come into form. I cannot wait to see. There's so many high-flying, exciting teams that have a real shot of winning this thing, from the Grizzlies to the Nuggets to the Celtics to the Sixers to the Nets. The Heat are always lurking. The Bucks. Like, it's crazy the amount of talented teams we have. The Cavs. Like, my goodness. Like, this could go in any direction, and I can't wait to see it all play out.
It's well said. I'll make a bold prediction. Watch for Donovan Mitchell to maybe make some big waves at the All-Star game. We know this guy is capable of going and doing things that we've never seen on a basketball floor before on any given night. And in the season when he had a 71-point game, I think we may see him embrace his all-star starter position and look to really dominate this game the way that players like Anthony Davis, when he won All-Star MVP, was at a similar age. I think Donovan Mitchell is one guy to really keep an eye on in the All-Star game and down the back half of the season.
Big things ahead.
I've got a bold prediction for the back half of the NBA season. There's one team that everybody's sleeping on right now, and they have a new owner. And I think the new owner is going to want to make a splash. I think that splash is going to be OG Anunoby going to the Phoenix Suns. Ooh. Can you imagine him in Mikal Bridges? The defensive force that's going to be. Chris Paul, Devin Booker. If Ayton steps on the gas, like, there's a lot to potentially happen in Phoenix right now. Nobody's talking about them because they're slipping and sliding. They look lost. They're a total pass on League Pass right now. But I have a feeling they're going to get OG. And if they do, my goodness, that team is going to be good when all fully healthy.
Did you see when Masai Ujiri and James Jones entered the tunnel together for a private meeting when the Raptors and the Suns played a day or two ago? I think you might be right on the money, Jack.
We'll see. You heard it here first, though.
But the thing that you said that I love is there's so many talented teams. Like, it doesn't feel like years past where we kind of have a general idea of who's going to be standing at the end. Literally anything could happen these next few months. So we're going to have a lot more basketball talk, a lot more basketball hobby talk coming these next few months along with it here on the pod. So Jack Archer, Chris McGill, I'm Ryan Green. Thanks again for tuning in this week. We'll talk to you again soon here on the PSA Pod.